What's going on there, YouTube? Zonk the Cat here. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Notification bell. It's been a while since I've done an upload, but this one's going to be a doozy. I want to talk about reparations today. And if y'all don't know what reparations are, then you seriously need to look that shit up. Basically, what the Democrats are calling for, and it's not just Democrats, it's everybody on the identitarian left, okay? What they're calling for is a mass repayment for slavery. And you're talking the likes of Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, Ocasio-Cortez, Cory Booker, the other forgettable shithead congresswoman, what's her freaking name? Shit, I can't remember now, but she's really, really forgettable. And a list of other presidential hopefuls for 2020. And the Reverend Al Sharpton. I got a message for every single one of you. You go fuck yourself. I ain't paying shit. Not a damn thing. Because I tell you what, you're going to have to prove. You're going to have to prove that my family had something to do with slavery. I mean, my family lineage didn't first start coming to the Americas until the early 20th century. I mean, the early 20th century. I'm not talking about in the 19th century, I'm talking about the 20th century, after 1900. For those of you who don't know how to do that. For those of you, oh yeah, it was Kamala Harris. I'm sorry, Kamala Harris is one of the most forgettable idiots out there. But my family didn't start coming here until the early 20th century. 1900s, and they weren't in the United States, they were in Canada. So how the fuck are you gonna force me, just because I'm white, to pay reparations? Fuck you. I ain't paying shit. I ain't giving nobody nothing. No way, no how.
Think you can help me fix this place up?
You're not going to force me to pay for something I had nothing to do with. Just because it's the color of my skin. Just because I happen to be white. And what's even worse is, I wasn't even born in this damn country. I wasn't born here. So, what? Am I going to be forced to, because of the color of my skin and because I wasn't born in this country, to give up part of my paycheck? Fuck you. I ain't giving up shit. And you can suck a nut. There ain't no fucking way in hell I'm gonna do that. So, you know, if you guys fucking think for 1 second that that's going to happen, you are sadly freaking mistaken. Because I ain't doing it. There's no freaking way in hell. And just like the rest of the people in the United States, don't do it. Say no. I'm not going to pay reparations. If you are not directly responsible for something, you should not have to do shit. Nada. Nothing. Okay, fine, sure. If you were directly responsible, which you're not, because nobody alive today had anything to do with slavery. No one alive today had anything to do with slavery. Well, should I say anybody alive today that isn't a part of the sex trade?
You're the best.
Just saying. But to do with the Atlantic slave trade, that's what they're talking about. They're not talking about sex slavery. No. They couldn't give two shits about the sex slavery in this country because obviously they're not talking about it. They don't care. They don't give a rat's ass that your daughter got kidnapped by some weird ass fucking gang and got sold off to some fucking perverted douchebag out in the middle of freaking bumfucked Idaho somewhere. They don't care. All they care about is power. And they're gonna do anything and everything to get it back. So, if you're not on that list, guess what? Go fuck yourself. They're not interested in you. But I was born in another country. Along with a lot of other white people in this country, I literally was born in another country. I had fuck all to do with slavery. And my family had fuck all to do with slavery. So how in the hell am I supposed to pay for slavery? I want to know that. I want to know why I should pay for something I did not fucking do. It's like paying for the sins of the father. The son paying for the sins of the father. I mean, how the fuck would how the fuck would you like it if I just suddenly knocked on your door one day and said, hey, black family and all, would you mind just leaving your house? Giving up all your worldly possessions? Giving up your land, giving up your house and so on and so forth, and fuck off. It's now mine.
Hey there.
No, you wouldn't like it. You'd cry racism and all kinds of other bullshit. Well, guess what? I didn't do any of it. I haven't done any of that. I was not a part of slavery. My family was not a part of slavery that I know of. So, why the fuck should I have to pay for something I was not a part of? I could understand if it had happened, say, about maybe 15 years ago. 15 years ago, I could have understood something like that. Then it would have been in my lifetime. But it's not in my lifetime. And I wasn't a part of it. I wasn't even dreamt of at that point. Nobody that is alive today was dreamt of at that point. You got a freaking pipe dream. That's what you have. You try and introduce this reparation shit, people are going to get pissed really, really fast. And they're not going to like what you're pushing at all. I don't like what you're pushing. And Al Sharpton, you can go cram this up your ass. Go fuck yourself, you sack of shit. I really wish Dr. Martin Luther King was alive today. I really, really do. To see the sack of shit you have become. He wanted civil rights for the African American people. He wanted voting. He wanted decent jobs, decent living. But you know what? You're siding with the very assholes that fucked over your own people. The Democrat Party. They are the ones, they are the party of slavery. Al Sharpton, you're a fucking moron. You're siding with the fucking enemy, you dumbass. You're siding with the party of slavery. You're siding with the party of Jim Crow. You're siding with the party of freaking, of welfare. If you think I'm bullshitting, it's in your history books. It just ain't taught in schools. And then you wonder why it's not taught in schools. It's not taught in schools because the Democrats don't want you to know. They don't want you to know this really good piece of information because it would fuck them over. They'd lose every damn election if the entire black population knew that the Democrats were responsible for every single problem that came out of the American South. So, you know, Al Sharpton was there. During the Civil Rights Movement, Al Sharpton was there. But what people don't realize is that Al Sharpton is a Dr. King wannabe. He didn't really have the same push, the same charisma, the same drive that Dr. King had. He didn't resonate with the people in the same light. And because of that, his, would you say, reputation got diminished in history. Nobody gives a shit about Al Sharpton, and everybody knows how corrupt and how much of a turd he actually is. So, Al Sharpton, go fuck yourself. And I can say that. And I can proudly say that because you're a shit. And you should be fucking brought out for what you are. You are nothing but a fucking shill of a man. And a shit. For trying to force this reparations bullshit down people's throats. Now I'm gonna move on to Cory Booker. Hey, Spartacus, suck a nut. I don't give a shit about your fucking, about your plight. I don't give a fuck that you're, you know, that you're black. The simple fact is that I don't like you because of what you say. And how you say it. Kamala Harris, you're just bad. Bad all over. Senator Warren, God damn. If you took a Barbie doll and you aged it by about 90 years, you get Elizabeth Warren. And just about as dumb as dog shit too. And Ocasio-Cortez, what can you say? She has the face and the body of a millennial with a head full of sawdust. She's an idiot. Her Green New Deal is a bunch of shit. It was a bunch of shit when she thought it up. It's a bunch of shit now. Nobody gives a rat's ass about it. Nobody cares. It's been poked at. It's been made fun of. Nobody cares about your Green New Deal. And the fact that you're jumping on board with this bullshit, guess what? You talk like you have a freaking Puerto Rican accent. You were born in the United States, you jackass. Quit talking like you're actually from Puerto Rico. Yeah, and I also saw you on a video at Nana or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah. Trying to talk with a fake African American accent. Yeah, that didn't quite go down as well as you thought it did. Yeah, people saw right through your bullshit. There are people out there that don't give two shits about the way that you think. There are people out there that, you know, just obviously can see through your crap. So, Ocasio-Cortez, I'm really hoping you get primaried here soon. I really do. Because when you get primaried, it's gonna be funny as shit. And you lose. I can see the Twitter feed now. You're gonna get pissed as shit. You're gonna have a ranting, raving, freaking maniacal bullshit rant at people, telling them that I'm the princess, I'm the boss, you're just yelling from the cheap seats. This is why people don't like you, because you're a valley girl. And if you don't know what a valley girl is, look it up. You have Google, look it up. If you don't have Google, let me explain. A valley girl is somebody that hangs out at the mall their entire time with a credit card and a license to shop. And they talk just like you. Like, totally, like I was at the mall and this guy came up to me and was totally cute and he was totally rich and oh my god, girlfriend. That's a valley girl. A mall rat. An unintelligent sack of shit. Somebody has brains of sawdust. Somebody just like you.
Listen, we need to secure
people
this whole area
are going to wise up to your crap. And it's already happening. Your constituents couldn't give two shits about you.
Be careful.
I'm sure there's some that do. But on a large majority of the over 700,000 people in your district, they don't fucking care about you. Why? Because you're an idiot. There's a difference between being, you know, just a little bit ignorant on facts to being a complete and total moron. And that's what you are. And the same goes for Kamala Harris too, because she's about as dumb as dog shit as everybody else is. She's clueless. Very clueless. Surprisingly clueless. As a, you know, to really know that she spent any time in Congress is anybody's guess. And like really, really clueless. So my thing is that you have these idiot freaking people telling us that we're so bad. That, us white people, you have even white people sitting there saying, oh, we have to give reparations, we have to do, like Bernie Sanders, that fucking hell, man, that guy's so old. Jesus. Telling us, oh, we have to give the black people reparations, we have to crucify the people of today to make sure that they're taken care of and give them back lands that were originally stolen from them. How would you know? I mean, you are old, but you're not that fucking old. And how exactly are you going to go about doing this? You do remember that there is a constitution, right? You do know that people do have a right to defend themselves, right? You do know if you come across anybody's property, depending on where they live, bad things could happen. And will happen when people are forced out of their homes. Just a heads up. Oh, well, sorry, yeah. You're trying to get rid of the Second Amendment now. Huh, sorry, yeah, I forgot about that. How stupid of me. But, yeah, Bernie Sanders, retire, please, for the love of God. Because, you know, Bill Clinton went into the White House, and he had his intern, many interns, actually. And he fucked every single one of them. Got a blowjob underneath the desk in the Oval Office by a certain lady, Miss Lewinsky. You, Bernie Sanders, I can see you thoroughly taking advantage of the interns that are standing around you. Except with you, you're so goddamn old, when you get the blowjob, you're gonna have a fucking heart attack, man. The first time somebody comes up to you and says, hey, guess what? The Senate just voted down your stupid-ass reparations bill because it's basically unconstitutional, it's unjust, and it reeks of socialism and communism. Yeah, you're gonna have a fucking heart attack. So, do us all a favor, so that way we don't have to spend our precious tax dollars taking care of your old, stanky, saggy-faced ass, and retire before the 2020 election, so that way you don't have a catastrophic heart attack before you hit office when you get that blowjob under the Oval Office desk by the intern that you hire. And I'm talking about the illegal immigrant that's working for your campaign office. Oh, you think I didn't know? Go fuck yourself. Everybody knows. Dumbass. To all the other 2020 presidential hopefuls, why don't, instead of following the crowd of dumbasses that just encircle the entire Democrat Party, why don't you break away with something that's actually truly unique? I'm not talking about, oh, well, Bernie Sanders said, oh, well, we gotta preach socialism, Medicare for all, all this kind of other bullshit, and including reparations and whatnot, take over the country and just basically fuck everybody out of their shit. Why don't you try and be truly unique and step away from the Democrat Party and say, you know what? I have a sneaking suspicion that yes, Bernie may actually be running for president, but if I'm going for the same things that he's going for, I'm not going to look truly unique enough to set myself apart from the crowd. You're not setting yourself apart from the crowd. I mean, Cory Booker and Kamala Harris has got two things going for her. One, she's black. Two, well, part black. Two, she's a woman. And we all know the reason why she lost the election, old Hillary, rot up her ass Clinton, is because she's a woman and a Democrat. Fuck you, she was an unpopular sack of shit. She looks like a bloodhound, for fuck's sake. Well, actually, that's Maxine Waters. She looks like a bloodhound with them fucking jowls. But no, generally speaking, Kamala Harris is Hillary 3.0. Hillary Clinton was Obama 2.0. Kamala Harris is Hillary Clinton on steroids. Now, anybody who loves the United States, take a look at this woman's history. Be my guest. She is an evil sack of shit. I mean, for real, she is. She has absolutely no compassion for anybody. She couldn't give two shits about anyone. All she wants is a paycheck and the power. That's it. She doesn't care about you. She doesn't give a shit about the presidency. She just wants to have power and be able to fuck over as many people as possible in the shorter amount of time as possible. So you get either Cory Spartacus Booker or Kamala Hillary Clinton Harris in the Oval Office. I don't quite think you'll have socialism, but I will think that you will lose your Second Amendment right. And to all those who say, oh, well, I don't really need my Second Amendment right, you might as well say, you know what? I don't need the rest of my rights either. Because the Second Amendment is the foothold they want. If they can get rid of the Second Amendment by either regulating it out of existence or fucking banning it altogether like Hawaii wants to do, well, guess what? Your freedom of speech, your right to assemble, due process, all that shit goes right out the fucking window. So, in the end, Cory Booker, Senator Warren, Pocahontas, Kamala Hillary Harris, Cory Spartacus Booker, Bernie old ass Sanders, Al fucked up shithole Sharpton. Go fuck yourself with your reparations. Oh, and I forgot Ocasio-Cortez, a woman whose head is filled with sawdust. Go fuck yourself on your reparations, because I ain't paying it. And nobody else should either. Fuck you. Say a prayer for our men and women overseas. Say a prayer for our veterans, especially our Vietnam vets. Our government treated them like shit when they came home. Say a prayer for all vets. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later. I'm out.